Good evening, guys. Welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the Ox. So welcome back, all my Ox friends. How are we doing? Let's find out. So we shuffle these about and then pick out 3 for you guys. Also, if you're interested, next week I will be doing the predictions for the year of the snake. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we will be doing those in anticipation for the Chinese New Year in February. Let's stop about there. And we'll take that one from the bottom, that one from the middle, that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got a white, black, white. Nice little black there, sandwiched between those 2 positives. So it doesn't look all that bad. We've got those 2 positives there. We could be optimistic. We could think, yeah, that's okay. That's not too bad. That's nothing to worry about. Well, rein it in. Don't get ahead of yourself. Let's not be too optimistic. As I've always said, white isn't always all right. Black isn't always an attack. We've got to check on those compatibilities. I just know how people get when they see 2 positives or, even 3 positives, and they think, oh, yeah, that's really, really good. Or they see the negatives, and then they get all doom and gloom and all sad about it. It's not how it works. I'm hoping that we can get past that this year. Right now, we've got that white dog coming into play. This is a favourite recently, that dog coming in, the communicator card. The card of talking. Now, an ox is a thinker. You're part of that affinity of thinkers. But that dog is part of the talker triangle. Those communicators, the mediators, the negotiators. And potentially this is a position that you found yourself in. Potentially recently, you found yourself in a position where you're the go-to person. Almost like the agony aunt. You are the person that somebody or something or some group or whoever is now looking up to you. You become a mentor or a teacher or a coach of some description, even if you're not even fully aware of it. So potentially, and I don't want to sound too harsh here, but potentially you need to watch what you're doing. Potentially you need to act a bit more responsible. Potentially you need to set a good example, because you have got people that are maybe not mirroring you, but they're definitely getting a lot from you. This could be a opportunity for you now to create a good bond with someone over this, and this could be something that could work really, really well. Unfortunately, I do think that you could be very disciplined and very strict and firm, which could potentially rub some people up the wrong way. So communication is key here. That's why we've got that communicator. That's why we need to talk about things. The dog and the ox, I mean, they're okay. They're not necessarily the worst compatibility. They're not the best either, but they're not really the worst. It's almost like a balanced card for you here. But we are seeing it in a positive place. So you could be the champion of this. You could be the hero to whatever it is that you have come into at this point. Like I say, this could be something that you can't see or that you don't recognize. This could be all manner of different things where somebody or something has taken a shine to you and has gone, oh, look what they're doing, or look how they present themselves, or looking up to you in some way. So just be mindful of that. In fact, always be mindful of that. Always set an example, a good example. Try and set a good example to anybody and everybody and all those that may meet you. Got the rat coming in here. The rat card, that is of course your soulmate card coming into play. So whatever is happening right now is to put you in the place of, I suppose, where you should be. It's supposed to put you in a place where you're going to learn the most. You're going to get something from this if you choose to see it. If not, you're going to come back around. Maybe you've already missed it. That rat is in the negative, but it is trying to move you into that positive, or at least that's what it's going to do, because we're coming into that positive next. And it's not a bad card for an ox, as I say, because it is your soulmate card. So the rat and the ox are incredibly compatible. They go together very, very well. This could have something to do with a marriage. This could have something to do with a business. Both relationships require different skills, different ways of dealing with things, different kind of stuff, but they both require communication in order to make them function. And there's definitely stuff that you need to do here, because the lack of pre-planning has definitely got you into this situation. That rat card is, of course, a family card as well. So maybe it could be business life affecting family. It could be a marriage that is affecting family. I know that sometimes they can be seen as one of the same, but not necessarily. Both married parts will have their own families. Your wife or husband will have their families, their mum, their dads, their brothers, their sisters, their cousins, or whatever. So potentially there is something that is not necessarily lining up, and there's not really a harmonious balance there for things to run smoothly. So potentially you need to reevaluate that. You need to take a step back and you need to look at that, because again, there are people that are almost relying on you to be that hero to swoop on in and save the day. Communication, as I say, is very important here, but this is also a doer. So getting things done is important. Thinking about them is great. Thinking up the plan, thinking up how it could happen, thinking up the pros and the cons, thinking up the next move, thinking up the strategy, thinking up all that, that's great. Talking about it's good too. Thinking about it, talking about it, yeah, talk about it. Yeah, get some ideas out there and share the instructions or you know, your methods and what you hope to get from it. Yeah, talk about that. Talk about the plan. Think about the plan. But don't forget to do the plan, because it's not going to get done unless you do. So make sure you follow through here. Make sure those words turn into actions, and make sure it turns into action, because that is the doer card there coming into play in a positive place, and it's positive karmic card as well. That dragon and the ox, they're not necessarily the worst compatibility either. They're very similar, I suppose, in some ways to the dog and the ox. But there is a workable relationship here. Two powerhouses of energy that can make a good team. They have mutual respect and understanding of each other. I think right now what you need to do is identify and work on your goals. And you need to do this for the common good, or for those that are around you, those that are looking up to you. There's not going to be a major struggle for you to come into this place, because you've already got dominance here. You're already in control. People are already waiting for you to get this done. That dragon is going to bring you through this in a very furious, very abrupt, very sort of Spartan way. It's going to be a case of whoever doesn't make it kind of mentality, almost like survival of the fittest. That's kind of what's going to happen. It's going to be like a survival of the fittest here. You're not going to struggle, but I think others may struggle, because you're gonna pull through this. You're going to pull through this, and it is going to be, in some ways, I don't want to say like it's going to be it's going to be, what's a positive word for like explosive? Like, it's going to be explosive, but not like in a destructive way. It's going to be positively, like, you know, big. And you have that power. You have that sort of idea. You have got a great start to this, where you're already in that thinking space, because that's where you naturally come from. Then you've got the communicator to talk about these things and get these ideas with those around you that already see you as almost like that leader type, or that sort of person that has the plan. They're going to listen to you. They're going to listen to your instruction. They're going to have to see you do this and move forward and follow through. And if you do follow through with this, they will follow you too. You are the general here. You are the one that blows the whistle and sends them over the top. So you have a decision to make. You either do it with a plan so that you can save your men and take more ground, or you do it without thought, send them over the top, and lose your whole platoon. That is something for you to, well, hopefully it's not as drastic and as intense as that, but there are those decisions now on you to get yourself through this, and to pull yourself through the other side, which you will, because we will we will have that dragon energy to back us up. But we'll find out, won't we, next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the Ox. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll be back next week with another reading for you guys. My next video will be for those born in the year of the Tiger. So if you're interested, I will see you over there next. But if not to worry. I'll just see you next time for a video for you guys. If you do, however, want a more in-depth and a longer, more personal reading, then please do check out that Patreon below in the description, because you can sign up for that and you can get your own personal reading every month by joining up on there. So check that out if you're interested. If not, no worries. I will just see you in a video next week. Love and peace.